This is a broadcast of the Ebony Star Network, sponsored by the E Nation. Religion has played a big part of a lot of our lives. Some parts have been extremely negative, some parts have been downright dangerous. I don't know of any part that's ever been positive. But the way some people tell it, religion has changed their life. But they never said it changed their life for the better. It just said it changed their life. I guess they left the change part up to us, whatever our imagination can conjure up. I notice when I speak to religion with people, there always seems to be something that's unclear when the conversation is being had. It's like people really don't want to focus on the religion itself. Some people are afraid to forget or leave what they've been taught all their life because they believe if it turns out to be a lie, well, they probably wouldn't know what to do with themselves. They wouldn't know what to think next. And with some people, that's as good as losing everything. Everything you ever worked for. Everything you ever believed. Everything you ever stood for. For some people, that's frightening. And I guess at that point, they'll just rather live a lie than have anything to do with the truth. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about how dangerous these black factions are with their evil religion. It's Gangsta Talk. It's coming up right now. Drop it.
Yeah, son. There's mad kids out there getting creamed for the 9-5, bro. Yeah, and I've been doing this for a long time. Shoot the game going for mine.
Alright.
And this is the year when mad caps get peeled. So I'ma spark this lie and kick the reel.
Bang them out.
With all this chaos in the realms of the street, your local street dog got to make ends meet. The average Joe's far too slow for this ghetto pro. You better know, when I hit the streets, I like to glow, I like to glisten. And at the same time, stay low, listen, motherfuck the fame. I'm pursuing the dope. My stilo is symbolic to a kilo. Cash is popping, coke is cooking, beans is copping. Ain't that some shit? A player that's used to living rich is now a sticky kid, caught up in a ditch. In 94, Giuliani kicked down the door. In 95, niggas flipped to stay alive. Peeling caps while I laugh. In the stats, the 4.5. Remy in the glass, spark the boom, then I blast. They wanna confine me, sneak up from behind me. Bust a cap in my back and put me where they can't find me. They hate to see a young player pay. I don't wanna see that, son. They rather see him spray. But I'm like Diddy, a Terminator, squeeze the lead off. Using verbs and nouns like rounds to blow your head off. Hitting up spots, heating up blocks. Invested in stocks like Colombian blow crops. I'm out to get cream and ain't no doubt in my mind. Fuck this broke shit, I'm hit, I get down for mine. Yeah, get yours. I get down for mine. I get down for this. I get down for mine. I get down for hands on the regular shit. I get down for mine. I get down for this. I hear you wanna be a player. I ain't someplace you bet. Let's play a game of real nigga roulette. With this a DOA as I spray the melee. Contact and punctuation is compared to AKs. You in a daze. Overdose for pure funk. I'm fucking off like Tommy Gibb. McCall is a booty smoke. Decapitated rappers in my trunk. I'm sick, pumping skunk, bouncing with my click, popping mega jump. I'm getting back while these clowns be zigzagging. Once it's talk about flipping keys, come on, you're nickel bagging. I'm blasting off wings and making doubters believe it. You see, I was packing heaters when jokers was banging cheerleaders. Ain't nothing changed, it's still the same in the rap game. I'm known for banging rookies out the frame. Y'all done forgot who was the pimp from the start. Sipping vintage wine, eating a la carte. I'm phenomenal from the abdominal. Far from comical lyrics and sticking the brains like barnacles. Never sleep. I'm bringing the drama to the streets with techniques and rolling in fleets. Ain't nothing sweet about the streets, so I'm poetically ill. I'm pure like cook up and lyrics shine like fish scale. I got the banger at your throat and you ain't showing no signs. K-Dep, let them know I get down for mine. I get down for
All right, all right, all right. What's going on, everybody? This is the East Star Network. Shout out to my E Nation peoples, Hassan Burton, my super mod, and all of those who are supporting the Ebony Star Network. Please like, subscribe, and share. Hit that like button. It helps us get through this shadow embankment, which we will come out from under. Trust me. No weapon formed against us will prosper. We will come out from under the shadow band. We will force our way out with the truth and support as we build a nation here on social media of Black people who are like-minded, who want betterment for us all. This is a sponsorship by the E Nation. I am Maximum Black, aka the Notorious Gangsta Simp, a name I'm kind of fond of, that was given to me by my enemies. Maybe they made a mistake. Anyway, by now you've all heard of Brother Polite, but this is not just about Brother Polite. Okay, we're about to open this up to a whole new level. And shout out to the Information Man show, great show over there with the sister, Empowerment Esquire TV, lawyer, has some powerful things to say about the Brother Polite case. So we salute her. Shout out to people who are coming in. As always, you know, before we get it started, let me get a sound check. Y'all know the routine. 1, if you can hear me. 2, if you can't.
Okay, I can hear you.
All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Black factions and their evil religion. See, the reason why I decided to do this podcast is because there's something that's going unnoticed. Sure, we got the Brother Police and his serial sexual offending ways, but he isn't the only one. The Brother Polites get made. The guys like this get made by evil Black men. You know, the Nuwabians was a group back in the day led by Dr. York, powerful Black figure who used religion to dupe the minds of thousands and thousands of young Black men and women, even children. And that he had them so mesmerized that he could do anything he wanted to them. A page right out of Yahweh Ben Yahweh's book. Some say that Yahweh Ben Yahweh came before Dr. York. Some say Dr. York came before Yahweh Ben Yahweh, but I don't give a damn who came first, the chicken or the egg. The fact is that they're both pieces of shit, and they use religion to trick people. They use religion for evil purposes. And by the way, I haven't seen religion used for anything else other than evil purposes. Now, I've been living on this planet for 54 years. Now, granted, all 54 years I wasn't cognitive. I was a baby at some point. But when I was old enough to understand it, old enough to understand what religion was, I've never seen it used for good. I've only seen it used for evil. I've only seen it used to manipulate. I've only seen it used to subjugate. I've only seen it used to conquer. I've only seen it used to bring about mass death. I've seen it used to bring about molestation, rape, destruction of families. I've never seen it used for good. And everybody that I've met who were religious couldn't be trusted. They always had some kind of underlying agenda, and they talked as if they were somebody that shouldn't be believed. They couldn't look you squarely in the eye. They were never square dealing, upstanding, or honest, nor did they exhibit any kind of integrity. People who could do such a thing weren't religious at all. Most spiritual people aren't religious. But a lot of religious people, there's something wrong with them. At least I've come across this. I've never came across a religious person that was honest. And I'm telling you the truth. And I've never seen religion be used for anything good in this country or in this world. Even now, religion is being used for evil purposes all over the world. And so that leads me to the black factions like the conscious community, the Red Pillars, the SYSBM. They all use a form of religion, especially the black Hebrew Israelites. Now, let me start with them because they are the worst of them all. You talk about guys who have names like Captain Tazariak or names that black people don't normally have. See, this right here is to create some kind of separation between you and them. Somehow they are not like you, even though they grew up in your neighborhood. They look like you. They went to the same parties as you. They hung out in the same streets as you. But when the name comes out, Katazak or whatever these weird names are, it's to create some kind of separation between you and them. That's the first thing that happens, which creates a different kind of mentality, which makes you look at them differently, right? Which makes you look at them as though they are somehow above you because they've reached some kind of earthly plane that you haven't reached yet, which is a bunch of BS. This is all manipulation, mental manipulation. They haven't reached anything. As a matter of fact, they have slipped beneath you. They have stooped lower than you. And the first thing they do is they grab that Bible and they start preaching out of that Bible. They start using scriptures to confuse you. And they use religion to attract a lot of socially awkward brothers who are having a hard time with life itself, brothers who are having a hard time being social, brothers who are having a hard time with women, brothers who have mental issues, brothers who have emotional issues, brothers who can't talk to women, brothers who hate women, brothers who think that women are nothing but sex objects, brothers who think that they can do whatever they want to women and have their way with women with no consequence. These are the brothers that they attract. There's no upstanding brothers in any of these factions. You won't meet one upstanding, square dealing, honest brother of integrity in any of these factions. They're all wicked. They all have a hidden agenda. Many of them are sexual deviants and are only in these factions for sex. And they use the Bible to try to justify pedophilia. They use the Bible to try to justify rape. They use the Bible to try to justify taking away a woman's rights. They use the Bible to try to justify them doing whatever they want to women with no consequence. And again, they have support from the mixed up, misguided, socially awkward, and suffer from mental illness type of brothers that they attract with this religion. I've talked to a lot of Hebrew Israelites. All of them are screwed up. All of them got some kind of wayward, wild, out of control view of life. Some kind of stuck in some kind of time warp. Some kind of quantum leap or quantum jump backwards mentally. This is why they wear clothes that symbolize the clothes they wore back in the days of Hannibal or Hercules or Samson or Jesus. Funny how they don't wear burlap shirts and cut off pants and no shoes. May as well. You wearing that get up? You look like a fool dressed like that. Why not just wear a burlap shirt, cut off pants and no shoes? Why not? You're going to stand out there and look like some fool. from 600 BC. Why not? And you see, they get away with this, right? Because they are following religion and they're speaking of God, so you think they're special. You think that they are off limits somehow. You see, that is the distraction. God and religion is the distraction from you actually seeing that these people have mental issues. They got all kinds of issues, not just mental issues. Oh, the mental issues is just the beginning. After that, they got several more issues. This is why they sit on the corner and bark this nonsense, because they are unproductive males. They don't do anything. These factions, they don't do anything. They hang in their compound. They study scripture. They don't make any money. Many of them don't work. And they lay around and have sex with women all day and want to be respected as men and want their women to submit to men of no power, no substance, and no production. They call production standing on the corner telling the white man that he's a devil with the book that the white man wrote. Trying to pass it off as a book that a black man wrote. And the so-called black man that wrote the book was a lunatic, a homicidal maniac that murdered his wife. See, you get caught up in this nonsense because of religion. You are afraid to challenge people who use religion because you've been taught to be docile towards religion. This is how white people conquered you and gave you the biggest mind fuck of all time. Religion. Which is what got many of you screwed up today. Still walking around here talking about you should turn the other cheek like a fool. Still walking around here talking about you should love your enemies like your enemies love you. Still afraid to live in reality. This is why you're behind. This is why you're in the situation that you're in. Grown-ass men and women walking around here talking about, well, listen, I'm going to make sure I do everything in heaven. Forget about being down here. My mansion is going to be in heaven. How do you know heaven exists? I mean, these fools are talking about somebody licking their boots in the afterlife. How do they know that's going to happen? Have they been there before? See, a lot of you don't use common sense. You get beat over the head with all of these pseudo-intellectuals who either flunked out of college or graduated from college but became failed academics in the mainstream world. So now they have nothing else but social media. So they bring their failed academics and their $250,000 vocabularies to social media and beat you over the head with it, and you think that they somebody you should listen to. This is how you get caught out there. And you don't use common sense. You know, I've met, in the last month, I met about 30 young brothers, the age of 30 down to 25. And not one of them can think for themselves. Not one of them show any sign of original thought. They are nothing but regurgitators. That's all they are, regurgitate. They cannot even think for themselves. They don't have any original thoughts. And this is what's coming up as a generation for black people in the future. Young people who cannot think for themselves. So those who cannot think for themselves, guess what? Others will do the thinking for you, which is what's happening right now. This is why you got a lot of fools following Kevin Samuels, talking about he's helping the black community. I don't know what black community he's helping, but they think he's helping the black community. This kind of delusion, this kind of insane belief and understanding is otherworldly. And the Hebrew Israelites, they get you suckered in, and they tell you it's okay to be socially awkward. Come on over here, brother. Come with all of your faults and your mental instability, your emotional instability. You're welcome here. This is a house of God. This is a house of Yah. or whatever they call them nowadays. Here, you can molest children. Here, you can satisfy your most sexual deviant appetite. You can molest children. You can rape women. You can take women against their will. You won't be judged for it here. And so we look at the Hebrew Israelites, they got laws within the Hebrew Israelites to where their women can't wear underwear or undergarments. So they can have easy access to being penetrated or raped. I don't understand why people say, well, why the women are there? Because women follow men. These men fancy themselves as some kind of religious leaders. Women are very spiritual. Women are very close to the Creator. They're very spiritual. And animals like this take advantage of that. And they beguile these women with this fake spiritual stuff, overcast and overshadowed by religion. And they manipulate these women. And they take these women against their will, and they convince these women that this is okay because the Bible said that you're supposed to be a servant. You're supposed to do whatever I want you to do. You are supposed to be obedient to me. And forget about the kind of integrity of the man, right? He can be a bum. He can be a loser. But a woman is supposed to submit to him because he's a man. Regardless of the fact that he's a loser, he's a bum, he's not productive. He doesn't bring anything to the world. He has no substance. All he does is engage in evil. And that's pretty much what all of these factions are about. When it comes down to it, all of these black factions comes down to primal sex, animal sex, taking a woman against her will as young as possible. Look at your bro rape a lot. You think this is the first time that he's been accused of this? First time he's been in court? Well, I'm sorry. It's probably the first time he's been caught. He's not the only one. The conscious community is filled with these kinds of people. You got that phony over there, Zion Lex, trying to act like he's some kind of angel. He's just as bad as the rest of them. I remember he had a show with Brother Jabari. You in this man's house where his wife lays her head, and you are disrespecting this man in this house. You're screaming on this man. Not giving a damn whether his wife was in that house or not. Kind of upstanding man to you to go to another man's house and state your kingdom. You're lucky that was him. Because if that was anybody with some nuts, you'd have been carried out on a gurney. I guarantee you. But that punk's sitting there trying to act like he's some kind of major person to the case. Mr. Zion Lex, Mr. I speak Hebrew. I read the Bible in Hebrew. So what? The fucking speaking Hebrew and read the Bible in Hebrew got to do with our young black kids who live here in America who speak fucking English. These guys are so damn phony. You get caught up, you get mesmerized by all of these parlor tricks. These are parlor tricks. I speak the Bible in Hebrew. So effing what? That means nothing. We speak English. I don't speak Hebrew. Many of our children do not speak Hebrew. Now, maybe that means something if our children spoke Hebrew, right? And our schools taught Hebrew, taught how to read and write Hebrew. And so, what do they do in the conscious community? Religion. It's all about religion, whether it be the Muslim religion, whether it be The Bible, that's all they argue about. Nothing but effing religion. They don't talk about nothing else. These fools sit up there day in and day out and read this book to try to find scriptures to battle each other and embarrassing each other, but won't do a damn thing about the board of education. Won't read a goddamn transcript in the school. Won't read anything about what's happening in these goddamn schools. Won't do shit about going down to figure out what the hell is wrong with our kids. Why they're shooting our kids up with drugs. Won't do shit about that, but they'll sit up there all fucking day and read these scriptures so they can find something to debate about and embarrass each other over. And they got the nerve to ask for respect. These are non-productive Negroes. And they are dangerous to our youth because if our youth get caught up in these factions, they become non-productive. And what's worse, they develop this kind of mentality, which also leads to sexual deviancy. Because none of these motherfuckers are respectable men. You get to talking to one of them, you say one thing, next thing you know, they're cussing you out, calling your mama all kinds of bees and hoes and wishing she died and all that. That sound like men of religion to you? That sound like your spiritual men to you? You having a conversation with one of these niggas, they're supposed to be upstanding, supposed to be all about the scripture. You say one thing out of place, and now they're talking about hoping your mother die. And hoping your daughters die too, and hoping that they get raped. I've heard such things that come out of the mouths of these men. And that phony Zion Lex over there is taking an opportunity because he has been in battles with Polite and has been embarrassed several times. I'm not, tooting Brother Polite's horn, but he's embarrassed Zion Lex. Zion Lex has been embarrassed several times by several people. He's the misfit of the conscious community. And so the conscious community uses all these religions. And what they do is they attract guys like Sissy Bims, Manospheres, guys who hate women. And they don't correct this behavior. They encourage this behavior. Because many of the leaders of these factions are evil people. And they've explained something to you. It all comes down to the woman. The woman is the prize. The woman is like precious gold. She's like a precious diamond. Everybody wants her. This doesn't come down to money. Many of these guys are broke. It comes down to the black woman. They want control over the black woman. They want to be able to do whatever they want to the black woman with no consequence. That is the end game. That is why you see them trying to devalue the life of the black woman. So if they rape her, no one will care. Now, I understand a lot of you high intellectuals with these big brains and all, using all these large terms and shit like that. You want to have something else to talk about. But I just use simplicity. And the simplistic situation here is this. They want control over the black woman, and they want to be able to do whatever they want to her without any consequence. And this is one of the reasons why they're trying to devalue her life. This is one of the reasons why they say she's masculine. They're trying to make her undesired. So nobody will miss her. So nobody will feel for her if she's brutalized. So nobody will care. This is why they keep calling her hoes. This is why they keep attacking the young girls. Younger and younger, talking about the girls are manipulators because they're trying to build a rapport in your mind that black women aren't to be trusted, even at the age of 14, even at the age of 12. Hell, in some cases, the age of 3. I heard a grown-ass man say a 3-year-old girl is learning how to manipulate men, grown-ass men. Yes, I've heard that. Yes. See, we have a pervert problem. A serious, serious pervert, pedophile, rapist type problem. We got a lot of brothers who are perverts, who are closet pedophiles and rapists. But are socially awkward, messed up, mentally ill, shouldn't be out here walking around amongst regular people. They should be locked up. In my personal opinion, guys like Polite should be locked up, and the key should be thrown away. People like that are broken. I'm not a therapist. I'm just speaking from a regular point of view. I don't know if you can fix people like that. See, it's one thing to do something one time, and it's a mistake, and you don't go back to it. I'm not saying rape or molestation is condoned anytime. It's never condoned. Rape isn't a mistake. Molestation isn't a mistake. Isn't a mistake. Pedophilia isn't a mistake. Perversion isn't a mistake. It's one thing if you did something messed up in life. Maybe you stole a car because you was running around, with some bad dudes, and you got into some bad shit. I don't know. Maybe you smoked, some pot, and you got popped by the police one time. But when you have a lifestyle of doing deviant shit, and there's no sign of improvement anywhere, you 38 years old, you're still doing this? You're 38 years old and you're chasing a 14-year-old girl? So this has become a lifestyle. In my humble opinion, I don't believe you can fix these kinds of people. I believe these people are a finished product. That's my belief. Not a doctor. Don't play one on social media. It's just my humble opinion as a black man that I've come to this conclusion from my experience in life. I've been many, many places. I've traveled the world. I've broken bread with many different races of people. I've been around a lot of different people. I've observed the behavior of a lot of people, especially my own people. I believe that this is a lifestyle for a lot of these people. They've been living this lifestyle for a long time. I don't think you can fix that. I believe that is a finished product, and there is no fixing it. Kind of man in his right mind would be accused of doing such things to a 14-year-old girl? What man of his right mind would take a 14-year-old girl to an adult after party? Most men don't even want to be around these damn kids. They don't. Some men don't even want to be around their own kids. They get the hell out the house. They go hang out with the boys for. They didn't want to be around their own kids. Let alone take some kid to a damn what? Most dudes don't want to be responsible for no young ass kid taking some young kids somewhere. Hey, can you take my? No, I can't. I got something to do. But can you go pick up? No, I can't. I got something to do. Most men don't even want to be bothered. Most men run away from children. They don't want to be bothered. They don't want no responsibility. They don't want to take no little girl nowhere. They don't want to be bothered. Some men, if you ask them a question and you put child in it, by the time the sentence is over, they gone. Soon as they hear the word child, they out. They don't want to be bothered. Most brothers want their peace and quiet and don't want kids around. They even try to hide in their own house from their own kids. Let alone take some little girl some damn where to an adult. First of all, most grown men be like, I ain't taking no 14-year-old girl to no damn after party. What the fuck you think this is? A grown man, a straight man in his right mind ain't taking no 14-year-old girl to no after party. Okay? I ain't taking her nowhere. You take it. You the mother. That's your daughter. You take her. I'm not taking her to no. Most men ain't trying to hear that. I'm telling you that right now. Most men who aren't pedophiles ain't trying to hear taking somebody's kids somewhere. They don't want to be responsible. They don't want to get involved. They don't want to be bothered. So you're talking about somebody who readily engaged in luring a minor into a hotel room after the party was supposed to be closed, when you could have just simply took the girl back home to her mama. And again, we've had this situation, right? Where you got the factions, the evil factions and the sissy bims. But what did the mother do? I don't give a damn what the mother did. What the mother did ain't got shit to do with nothing. It's what did the man do? And the man allegedly did something he's not supposed to do. Just because a mother thinks that she can trust you with her child does not give you a right to molest that child or rape that child or touch that child in any kind of appropriate manner. So what are you saying? Are you saying the mother let her go with Polite? So you're excusing Polite's actions? You're saying, hey, Polite had a right to molest this girl or allegedly molest her. Polite had a right to have inappropriate sexual acts with this girl because the mother says she can go. How does that sound? Say that to yourself a couple of times. Hey, Brother Polite had a right to sexually abuse this girl, allegedly, because the mother let her go. Does that make any sense to you? What if that was your daughter and your baby mama let your daughter go with some strange dude? And he did something to your daughter. Where was your anger? Of course you're going to be, upset with the mother. Why the hell? But that dude is going to get it. I'll deal with the mother later. But nigga, you in serious trouble. You in serious trouble. Serious. I'm going to deal with you. Like my man said, Styles P, get this, that I'm going to finish you before I finish my Dutch. Then I'm going to go have a conversation with the mother. Why was my daughter with some grown ass man? What the hell is going on over here? What kind of operation are you, running? As a matter of fact, I'm going to court. I'm getting full custody of my child. Because apparently my child is in danger around you. That's when you go to court and fight for custody if your woman is turning your daughter over to a dangerous grown-ass man who happens to be a pedophile, allegedly. Wink, wink. Right? So these evil factions, right, they use this religion in an evil way. Again, I haven't seen religion used in a positive way in all my days on this earth. I've seen spirituality used in a positive way. I've never seen religion used for anything other than evil. And I've never come across a religious person that was an honest, square dealing person of integrity. They always had an agenda. There was always some kind of issue, like they were incapable of telling the truth, like they were always hiding something. I got people that come in here and smile on my face, come on my panel, talking about, what's up, Max? Cool and shit, right? But won't even mention my name in their chat rooms. Even if I super chat, won't even mention my name. If they do mention it, right, they don't mention the Ebony Star Network. They'll say something else. So the phoniness is big. So people who practice religion have a phony mentality that I've noticed. I've not seen a religious person that was on point yet. And just about every person that I've seen who was religious was engaged in some kind of sexual deviancy, some kind of perversion. And black men got this bad. They're using this religion to commit acts of pedophilia. I think it was an ISPUK. Are the ones telling their women that they can't wear panties anymore? That they want their women walking around with no panties on and shit? You see the names these dudes got? Are you kidding me? Hold on one second, y'all. Oh shit! I thought I had my damn. Oh, what's the name on? Give me 1 second, y'all. Got to put my phone on the charger. Okay. Y'all seen some of the names these dudes got? I was looking at one. I think it's from ISPUK. General Yahanada. It's a black dude. Some old fat dude with a big fucking gruffy looking beard, some pirate earrings, a fucking bandana, a Raiders jacket, some black leotard, and a metal motherfucking kilt, and these big ass fucking biker Herman Monster racist white boy boots. Racist white boy biker boots. And when a nigga walk, he switches back and forth. Imagine this big old motherfucker switching. Nigga, what? And his name is General Yahanada, whatever the hell. The nigga name is will be Yayama Yamada. Fuck it. Hey, Yamada. What's up? May as well, right? Yahanada ain't far from Yama. Dude, with these weird ass fucking names. Nigga, you black. Fuck you walking around here with a name like Tasu Ukwake. What? The fuck is that, some kind of Tibetan breakfast cereal? Fuck are you talking about? Nigga, you from around the motherfucking block. Your name Ray Ray. Your mama named Bebe. Nigga come out one morning, motherfucker got on regular clothes, come out the next day in some old wild shit. They see the motherfucker come out with fucking boots 3 times his fucking size. Some kind of fucking ballerina skirt. A fucking toga. A big ass beard, a bandana, and an earring the size of a goddamn ship anchor, talking about his name is General Fuada Musan Kunukuku. What? Nigga, your name Troy. You live down the street. Yo. And the problem is that we get caught up in this shit. And what bothers me is that the women are following these dudes because the women are looking for leadership from the men. And like I said, black women are very spiritual. Black women are the closest to the creator. They're very, very spiritual. And these guys take advantage of that. And they manipulate these black women. They reel them in by talking about God and the Creator and all this. Of course, it's natural for women, black women, to talk about the Creator because they are the closest linked to the Creator. They actually perform one of the powers of the Creator. They bring life into this world. So they are closely connected. So it's natural for them to be spiritually tied to the Creator. And these guys know that. And they take advantage of that and they manipulate these women. They start talking about Jesus. They start talking about God. They get these scriptures, get these women be God. Next thing you know, okay, I don't want you to wear any panties because the scripture says a woman who wears panties is unclean. So if you take your panties off, that's going to make you clean. Forget about taking a shower. What's going to make you clean if you walk around here with no panties? That's in the scripture. It says here in Ecclesiastics, no. It says here in Boots in the Afterlife, chapter 3, verse 9, women may be clean if they wear no panties, and may be uncleaning if they wear panties. The way to become cleaning is to remove the panties without taking a shower. This will make the woman cleaning and right for the man to sexually manipulate her. That's what it says in Boots in Afterlife, chapter 3, verse 9. Hey, again, let's talk about that, right? Boots in the Afterlife. Your man, General Yamanada, or you, hey, y'all can say whatever. Hey, as long as you put a Y in front of his name, say whatever the hell you want. You Huda Muda, Yamadudududa, Yimi Yamaka, Yada, Yankee Doodoo, whatever you want. General Yahana Da Yahana. What the fuck is that? General Yankee Doodle. General Doodle. Yo, General Yada Doodle. General Yo Doodle. Hey, General Yo Doodle. I like it. So we're talking about General Yo Doodle. He said that the white man is the devil and the white man is going to be licking his boots in the afterlife. Quote, afterlife meaning dead. Now, I don't know where he got this information. I'm not sure if he's hanging out in a couple of cemeteries and a spirit out there say, hey, man, we got Payless out here in the afterlife. Yeah, man, we just built the Foot Locker too. Pretty soon we're going to be getting Jordans in the afterlife. So General Yadudu ran with this information. Hey, I just got finished talking to a dead spirit who said that they got Payless and Foot Locker in the afterlife, and soon they're going to be getting Jordans out there. I'm just wondering if they would be called Air Jordans or Dead Jordans. Okay. Anyway, so they got a shoe store. They got a couple of shoe stores out in the afterlife. So I guess when you get to the afterlife, you're going to go buy you some boots. So you see a white man walking around the afterlife, hey, lick my boots, you devil. First of all, why would the devil be in this? Okay, I'm confused. Mr. General Yadudu. Because if he's the devil and he's in the afterlife licking your boots, then that means you are where he is. And if I'm not mistaken, doesn't the devil reside in hell? I'm just saying. You calling the white man the devil, and you're saying that he's going to be licking your boots in the afterlife, so that means you and him are in the same place. You got to be in the same place he is if he's licking your boots. And if I'm not mistaken, the devil resides in hell. So if the devil's in hell, then you'll be in hell getting your boots licked. I just smoked that over. Hey, I didn't say your boy, your doodoo said it. Yeah, and I'm being straight disrespectful. I ain't afraid of none of these Hebrew Israelites. I can give a good goddamn about. I ain't got no respect for none of them. They non-productive. They non-productive nagas. They are a detriment to black society. They ain't uplifting shit. They helping white supremacy keep black people asleep and confused. And they 501c3 too, right? They get money from the government. That's why you start to see white Hebrew Israelites. The same guys that they call the devil. Wait a minute. How can he be your... Okay, I'm confused, Mr. Yadudu. How can he be the devil and then turn around and be your brother too? See, a lot of them take 501c3 money, people. And that devil stepped to him and said, hey, look, man, if you don't let white people in the Hebrew Israelites, I'm pulling your funding. Now all of a sudden, they got white Hebrew Israelites. Yes, that's white Hebrew Israelites. You didn't know that? They got white Hebrew Israelites now. And they're called brother, not the devil. Now the black woman is the devil. I don't understand. How could you call someone who was given to you as a gift of life, according to the Bible, right? According to the story of Adam and Eve, which I have all kinds of problems with. I'm not going to go into that. You know, when we do the religious show, maybe we can get into that. I just got so many problems with that story. It's just unreal. It's just so many problems with the Adam and Eve story. You know, but for the sake of respect, I'm just going to bypass that today. According to the Adam and Eve story, you fell asleep. You were lonely. You fell asleep, and surgery was performed on you. Somebody yanked a rib out of your body without killing you, and created her, and she was given to you. This is why you're missing one rib. Okay. Wow. Anyway, and so she was given to you. She's your woman, and the Creator said to you to that. Now, what's funny about these religions, right? They don't never say certain things that the Creator said. Like the Creator said, love the woman like you love yourself. I don't hear these niggas saying that. I mean, calling her the devil isn't loving her like you would love yourself, is it? I don't hear these niggas. And when you try to bring that up, they on some, well, you know, they start changing the subject. They don't want to talk about it. They don't. They want to go on about some other shit. Hey, man, wait a minute. Mr. Yadudu, what about where the Creator said to love the woman like you love yourself, or to love her like Christ loved the church? Well, you know, we well, you know, we heard that may be in another Bible, that may be in a white man's Bible, and you know, we don't know nothing about that. We gotta, you know, we gotta cross-reference that with our peoples, and you know, we don't have nothing like that in our Bible. We tore those pages out. Oh, okay. So you have a Bible with missing pages and books, huh? Yeah, you know, we do our own thing over here. We don't, you know, subscribe to something like that. We don't even know if the Creator ever said that. Okay. All right. Okay. So They don't want to say nothing about that. Anything that has to do with the woman being glorified by the Creator, they don't have nothing to do with. Nothing. They want to go. You see, let me tell you how you stop these dudes. Let me tell you how you stun these dudes. Don't be interested in their scriptures. When they start on you with these bullshit scriptures, you hit them with some hard stuff that the Creator said and see if they can get around it. They start with, well, you know, and Timothy Burr, hey, man, check this out. Hold on for that, Timothy. Talk to me about God saying that you should love the black woman, you know, the same one that you're calling the devil. God said that you should love the black woman like you love yourself, or you should love her like Christ loved the church. What do you got to say about that? Well, Timothy said, I don't want to hear what Timothy said, but I asked you a question. Well, I don't care about the Ecclesiastes, brother. Answer the question. See, don't let them evade. They're going to try to evade it. They're afraid to answer that question. I've cornered many of them with that question. They don't want to have anything to do with that question. They will come with Bible verse after Bible verse. Don't let them do it. Don't let them get away with not answering that question. So you can tell these dudes are phony. How you going to hate the woman that the Creator gave to you and told you to love like you should love, like you love yourself? So that tells me right there, spiritually, you're mixed up. Spiritually, you're poor. Spiritually, you're off. So you've gone to another side. You've gone to the religious side to where you can get away with all kinds of evil and all kinds of mischief. Religion allows people to get away with evil and mischief and chaos and sow seeds of deception and manipulation. These dudes there's nothing spiritual about these dudes dressed in toga outfits, looking like gay dudes from the days of Cupid. How you walking around with a metal skirt on, bro, and some leotards and big ass white boy biker racist boots? I'd have had more respect for you if you had Boosie's Dragonfly boots on. At least we could have said something about you being black. But you got the white boy biker racist Aryan boots with leotards and a metal kilt and a Raiders jacket and a kerchief and pirate earrings. And then on top of that, you switching? You sashaying? Nah, bro. Nah. Nah, come on, you doo-doo. Nah, man. I can't rock with you, hustler. Can't. So these factions use religion in an evil way. And the prize is women. I don't care what they tell you, how many scriptures that they quote. It will come down to the black woman at the end of the day. Look at Malachi Z. York. All that stuff we talked about the Bible. I mean, this man was probably one of the most foremost Bible knowledgeable people in the world. But at the end of the day, all he was a pedophile. See how that works? See how they use religion to manipulate you out of your spirituality and get you into an undercurrent of chaos and evil? This man spoke of the Bible brilliantly. I don't know if there's any other men out there who can match this man one-on-one when it came down to knowledge of the Bible. This man was as good as they get. He was as strong as they come in the knowledge of the Bible. Even way stronger than that weak ass Zion Lex. But at the end of the day, he was nothing but a pedophile. At the end of the day, he used religion to hoard and herd and farm men who were misguided, who were searching for father figures, men that he could manipulate, men who wouldn't say anything, men who would go to bat for him. He would train other men to be pedophiles. I mean, Bro Rapolite even said in an interview that if he found out that Madakazi York was guilty of this pedophilia, that he would still follow him and still support him. So what do you think that is? They groomed these men, these boys, to be deviants and pedophiles. You know who else was a Nuwabian? Brother Polite. He was a Nuwabian. And everybody talking about, oh man, Brother, why does he have a name? For what? Because he shot up the Bible? Because he has some so-called knowledge about history? Is that where we at with it? We rather trade in production and infrastructure and being counted in this world for guys who run around and debate each other on shit that really don't benefit us. The conscious community isn't about any damn thing. The conscious community is a bunch of fucking clowns who do nothing but fight with each other about religion. They don't mean anything to the black community. They don't do shit. They're unproductive. But Polite don't do shit for the black community. He's the king of that bullshit. One of the best that ever did it. That's what he's named. Influencer of what? Surely he isn't influenced. Sure, he isn't influencing any black men in some real shit. I haven't heard that. And we have black men who are famous for bullshit. Got names for bullshit. Sinetta has a name, and Sinetta is full of shit. Sinetta has no track record of doing anything positive for the black community at all. Come on now. Black people, wake up. Cut it out. Stop it. Stop following these fools. They're bad for your children. They're bad for you. They're bad for us. They're bad for black people. And they use religion to do evil, to turn out your daughters, to give them an excuse to take your daughters against their will with no fear of consequence. And they train other young brothers to have the same kind of mentality. How do you think Brother Polite got created? Under the tutelage of a pedophile like Dr. York. Like I said, Mr. York was mesmerizing. When it came down to that Bible, he knew that Bible. But at the end of the day, he was nothing but a lousy, despicable, stinking pedophile. And he has a lot of his students out here today who have factions of their own. and a lot of his students are Hebrew Israelites. Enough said. I am now at the end of my rant. Let me bring in the dame. Come on in here.
Hey,
Did you enjoy the rant? Did you enjoy the show?
yes, I
Give me
did.
your take on what you heard.
Well, well, I agree with you that they're using this religion as to get women, take advantage of women, and make women
Mm-hmm,
into slave, and they're trying to use the religion into it,
mm-hmm,
but they don't talk about or show the aspect. They don't mention that they pick and choose scriptures that fits their narrative.
mm-hmm,
Hmm.
mm-hmm. Because at the end of the day, the woman is the prize. Sexual domination over the black woman is the prize. Understand some people, the black woman is a queen. She is the all mother, the grandmother of mothers. She is close, she is the closest thing to an earthly deity. She is a big deal. And men are fighting and vying for sexual dominance over her. That is what all these factions are about at the end of the day. Even the ones who say they hate women. At the end of the day, it's about the black woman. That's what it's about. That's who everybody's pursuing. You know what kills me is they keep talking about what a black woman is most desired, but they can't stop pursuing her. Can't stop talking about her. Can't keep her name and image out of their mouths. Can't stop thinking about her. Can't stop messaging her, DMing her. Just can't leave her alone. Keep talking about they're going their own way, but won't leave. The black woman is the prize because she is the closest to God. She is the most connected spiritually to the Creator. And she has a small amount of the Creator's power. She can bring life into this world. And these dudes, they want sexual dominance over her. They want to be able to defile a goddess with their filthy mentality, with their filthy and disgusting mentality. With that being said, Dane, drop the link. I got a few minutes. If anybody want to come up and kick it before I get on out of here, because we do got ladies' night tonight. But I'm feeling good. Done threw a few jabs and punches and a couple of karate chops, and shout out to General Yadudu and the Hebrew Israelites. Is that what we're gonna settle on, y'all? General Yadudu instead of General Yahanada, which is I don't know how the fuck you went. General Yadudu. I'll be right back. I'm frozen, Dave. I'll be right back. Drop the link.
Okay, all right. Ooh. Okay, everybody. Interesting conversation going on in the chat. And okay. Okay, where it is. All right. Got too many stuff saved up on here. All right, there you go. There's the link. You want to come up and chat? Okay. Yeah, ladies' night tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern. Yeah. Everybody's
Oh, you bet.
preparing.
The general is the leader of a Hebrew Israelite group called the ISPUK. His name is General Yohana Da. Yeah, I just call him Shit name it. Motherfucker may as well be named Oogly Boogly.
Okay.
Fuck it.
Deacon Charles, you're going to have to accept it. Access to your mic and your video. You don't have to turn it on. You just got to give it permission to have access. Otherwise, it's not going to let you in. But you can always turn off the video. So you have to go out and come back in and accept permission for it to use your mic and video. Otherwise, it's not going to let you go through.
Yeah, come on up, y'all. Y'all want to get it in. Y'all got any questions in the chat, get it in now, because I'm only going to be up here for about a few more minutes. Because like I said, we pressed for time. We still got to prepare for a big show tonight for Ladies Night. So come on up, drop your questions. Or drop your questions in the chat. Then engage the chat. Tell me what's going on.
Okay, Remy and the Deacon got into a conversation about pedophilia, and it turned into a point where everybody's looking at the Deacon suspiciously. So I guess he's coming up here to say what he means.
What do you mean you're looking at him suspiciously? What's going on? Tell me what transpired. Shout out to Remy Norris. Glad to see you back. I ain't seen her in a minute. She still got her wrench, right?
Yeah, she still got her wrench.
Remy, if you don't have your wrench, book.
Okay, so Deacon, you're gonna have to do it in, but you got to give her permission to use your camera and your mic. Once you do that, you can always turn off the camera. Okay. See. Okay, this is all I need. Oh, wait. Let me back it up. They were talking about pedophilia. Let's see. And let me see. Let me back it up to. Okay, he was saying the Greek definition of pedophilia means lover of boys. And she was basically saying, so if and she was saying, no, the definition means those that have an attraction for children. And he's like, that's the new definition. I'm talking about the Greek definition. And she said, okay, all right, we'll go that. So what is the definition of a man who has sex with was it 14-year-old girl? And he said that was technically rape. Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to find where it started. I guess it scrolled past that. Actually, that isn't pedophilia. Pedophilia actually means lover of young boys. And it definitely irresponsible and stupid, not to mention illegal, to have an affair with a teenage girl. But technically, it isn't pedophilia. Matt? Okay. So, yeah, he was saying technically.
Hey, sorry about that. I'm back.
Okay.
Yeah, Remy. Remy, if you don't have your wrench, don't worry about it. We'll get it back to you shortly. YouTube been messing with us pretty bad, so they don't snatch people wrenches and hit people and try to block our channel with people. You know, they've been hitting us hard with this shadow man. They don't want our voice out there. So a couple of people got their wrenches taken. We've given them all back. So does she still have her wrench, Dane? Can you see she still have her wrench?
Yeah, she still has her wrench.
She good.
Two deals that's been going in and out. He was in, then he was out, then he's back in again.
Okay. Okay, now what happened with Deacon? What happened?
Okay, him and Remy was going on about pedophilia. Mm-hmm. And he was saying, no, by the Greek definition, pedophilia means lovers of boys.
Okay.
And he goes on to say, yeah.
Well, actually, I don't know if that's the definition, but the Greeks had a name back in the day, and one of their names that other nations called them was the lovers of boys. I don't know if pedophilia means lovers of boys. I don't know if that's what that means, but I know the Greeks did have a nickname back in those days. They called the Greeks lovers of boys. It's one of the reasons why the Spartans separated themselves from the rest of the Greeks. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. He goes. Pedophile is a Greek word. Roughly, is an old man have sex with an underage boy that you
All
that
right, well we can.
they across the
All
board
right, well
now
wait a minute. We can
stigmatized
put
people.
that.
Mhm.
Hey, we
Yes.
can put that to rest right now. Just look up the word pedophile right now on air live.
Okay.
Come on, don't huff and puff. We're a show. Let's get this done.
Okay.
We're here
Okay.
to
Okay.
please our audience. We get to the bottom of this right now
Pedo.
and read all of the definitions. But I do know the Greeks had a nickname back then, and they called them the lovers of boys. Matter of fact, they were ridiculed a lot. Like people don't know the true story of Achilles. Achilles was a pedophile. Achilles was also gay. You know, Patroclus was not Achilles' cousin. Patroclus was Achilles' lover. And the reason why he killed Hector is because Hector killed Patroclus. And when Brad Pitt did the story, he changed it. He changed it. He turned Patroclus into his cousin. And shout out to Brad Pitt for not wanting to play a gay version of Achilles. You know, I give him credit for that. You know, he said, "No, I'm not playing no gay dude. That's stupid." You know what I'm saying? So, he turned Achilles into a real warrior.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Definition of pedophilia: sexual perversion in which children are the preferred sexual object. Spe- Specifically, you want me to stop there?
No,
Hold
go
on.
ahead.
Okay. Let me add random.
Okay, so but wait a minute. Okay, so to where children are the preferred sexual object, that's pretty much riding along with what Deacon said. Okay, because maybe back in the early days they said it was old men who preferred boys, right? Okay, so they modified it to children.
Mm-hmm.
So as to not just implicate men, now you can also put women into the fray, right? So it's been modified. All right, so technically Deacon is right. Go ahead.
Okay. But specifically, a psychiatric disorder in which an adult has sexual fantasies or engage in sexual acts with prepubescent child.
Okay, go on.
Okay, different versions of pedophilic, pedo. Okay, first known use of pedophile, um, pedophile. Okay, is in 1906 in the meaning defined above. So it was first used in 1906 with that definition.
Okay,
His,
so yeah, go ahead.
okay, history, etymology for pedophilia, New Latin. Let's see. First known. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to get into. Okay, well, come on, scroll.
All right, never mind. We ain't got to do all that. Okay.
Okay,
All right. So technically, the deacon is right. Technically, they
okay.
just they just re- go ahead.
The deacon said, "Go to the Greek. If I could get through, I would. Truth, I want. I don't owe an explanation. Read everything I said.
No,
Screw
no,
him.
no, no, no. We don't need to go to the Greek because technically that definition is in line with what you're talking about. They just modified it, okay,
Mhm.
to include not just men. But technically, you're right. Okay, so he's been. Okay, so what else is going on? What else happened?
Okay. He was going on the Greek definition, which where it originated from. That it meant lovers of boys.
Okay, look up the Greek definition of pedophilia. Type in Greek definition of pedophilia. We're here to please our audience.
Okay.
Type in Greek definition of pedophilia.
Okay.
Technically, you are right, Deacon, but we're gonna do you a solid and make sure we put a exclamation point on it. In the meantime, what did you and Remy get into it about?
Okay, Remy is up here. Is up on the panel. Hold on, let me take the.
All right. What's going on, Remy? Long time no here.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yes. Long time no see. What's up, sweetheart? How are you?
Oh, I'm doing good. I just, like to take breaks sometimes because, a lot of these situations in our community can become very overwhelming, and
I
you just
agree.
have to have
I
a mental
agree.
reset.
Absolutely, I agree. So what's on your mind, sis?
Okay, so here's the thing. I didn't disagree with, Deacon's definition of what pedophilia is in Greek times. That's
Hmm.
not where the disagreement happens. What happened was that as soon as you started speaking about the situation with brother Polite and the
Hmm.
14-year-old girl,
Hmm.
that is when I felt like there was a justification in a way for the behavior. It's almost like trying to explain away what was happening. So
Oh
he just
hell no.
hold on. I just want to get it out, fully because I don't want
Uh-huh.
to make him seem like he's an enemy, but y'all make your own conclusions. But what I was getting at was that okay, he basically says something about, what do I define as a child? And I'm thinking in my head, like, what does it matter? This is a 14-year-old girl. I can go back when I was 14 and I can tell you, no, I did not make sound decisions. Even though you see this whole notion that, oh, okay, well, teenage girls, they actually like grown men, but that doesn't mean that that is a healthy viewpoint, a vantage point of an adult male. Because at some point in her life, she more likely was sexually abused. So her
Mm.
mind is not right. Again, me taking it back to when I was a kid. So we shouldn't be having these conversations on what do we define as a child? What do we define as pedophilia? What do we define as rape? At the end of the day, these are our children. She's a child at the end of the day. She can't make her own decisions. She can get a job, but she, of course, needs her parents' permission to do that. She can do certain things, but her parents still has to make that decision for her. So at the end of the day, we need to stop with this. Okay, what do we define as a child? Because now we're going to get into these murky waters where we're like, okay, well, since she's 15 to 16, yeah, she's okay to mess with. That is the notion that we always have in our community. And me personally, I'm sick and tired of it.
Hmm.
She's a
I agree
child
with
at the
you.
end of the day. Just because she's a teenager, that does not mean that she is a grown woman and she can make her own decisions. This is when we
Uh-huh.
get into we need to blame her and then stop looking at the man. He's the victim and she is the one who is the perpetrator.
Okay. I see it. I see what's going on. Okay, hey, Deacon. I'm gonna need you to come up here and explain yourself, because that don't sound right, bro. What do you mean? What do you define as a child? First of all, she's the law defines her as a child. Whether we define her as a child or not has nothing to do with the law. The law defines her as a child. She's an underage minor that he had no business touching inappropriately. So what are you talking about?
And also, can we but put it out there? Y'all just read the definition of pedophile because we were going back and forth about that too.
Hmm.
Pedophilia is a psychiatric disorder. Rape
Yes.
is an act. That's why they call it a verb. It's
Right.
an act because any man can commit rape or any woman can commit rape against a child, an adult, whoever. So at the end of the day, you cannot equate the two. Pedophilia is a psychiatric situation. There are a lot of pedophiles who have never touched children. They just have the thoughts, the sexual thoughts of a child.
Hmm.
So, like I say, we really need to be well versed on a lot of these things, and we need to watch what we say, and
Right.
especially when it comes to our children.
Yeah, I want to know what you mean about that, Deacon. Now that done got me a little triggered, bro. I want you to come up here and explain yourself, bro. That because now all kinds of shit is going through my mind now. What do you mean? What do you define as a child? What are you talking about? This is a 14-year-old girl. That's a child, brother. And every since that's a child. What do you mean? What do you define as a child? You don't know what a child is? I don't know, man. It sounds weird, but it sounds like you giving this man an excuse. You know, I would really like you to come up here and speak for yourself so we can have a one-on-one. Because I need some clarification on that, brother. Like, that don't sound right. In any case, she's a victim in all of this because she is a minor. He is a grown-ass adult. What is wrong with you guys, man? Y'all don't understand shit. I don't get it. Yeah, man, I'm gonna need you to when you get a chance, come up here, hit that link, brother. I wanna have a conversation with you about that, but man, that don't sound right at all, man. And that ain't gonna fly here. This ain't RBR.
He's trying to. It keeps not letting him all the way through, so I can add him on there.
You do something with your mic or something. I mean, this is StreamYards. It's not like Zoom. Do something with your mic or something, bro. I really would like to hear what you have to say because right now I'm thinking all kinds of wild shit.
Oh, okay, yeah. If your mic is being used somewhere else, you got to get out of that area, or you got too many tabs open sometimes, and your mic is have permission to work on them other apps or tabs or other places. You're going to get out of that.
And then you have a 14-year-old girl who is a victim in all of this, and we're saying things like, "What do we define as a child?" So, are you saying that Brother Polite was justified in doing what he was doing? Is that what you're saying? I mean, I don't know. I won't know until I hear from you because all kinds of wild. You've left the door wide open for all kinds of wild thoughts.
And I just want to speak on my behalf. If I ever misspoke, I'll apologize. I have no issues with taking accountability for what I say, or if I misspoke or anything of that nature. But I'm rereading all of the deleted messages because I think Emmanuel, somebody in the chat room, they deleted his messages, but I'm rereading everything just to make sure that I'm not crazy. But this is the stuff that I was reading and it did not sound right to me. And I'm pretty sure that people in the chat, if they were following along, they can agree.
Lay it on us because I can't see the chat. Lay it on us.
Okay, so like there was one comment where basically he did say, and he could read it himself. I don't know. I don't know what he was referring to because my computer's acting weird. But one of these comments he said, I think maybe he was referring to himself, possibly, or men in general. But it says sex addiction, dirty old man, but not a pedophile. The legal system has taken that word and misapplied it. When they don't misapply those things, that is what is weird. And also another comment that I do not like either, because I asked him, I said, okay, so basically based on your responses, if you're basically saying that is in a way it's okay to date teenagers or whatever, I asked him like, straight up, do you have you had or have a relationship with a teenager? And his response was, not lately, Remy. I'm 61. The last teenager I was with was 19. So he said that's the last teenager that he was with. So how do we know he hasn't been with younger teenagers, younger than 19?
Yeah, that sounds
No.
bad.
He said no, Remy. No, he said he was 19. Not that she was 19. That he was 19 the last time he messed with.
Okay, now see, that's where I misspoke, and I do apologize for that one. No issues with that. But what I'm saying is that the general conversation was just extremely uncomfortable.
Yeah, is he up here yet?
He's having trouble getting through.
Fix your mic, bro. Restart. Do something. Shouldn't be that hard. Because I want to hear what you got to say, bro. I want to get down to the bottom of this because this don't sound right at all.
And then he also had a response that says, but Remy, I do understand that a 29-year-old man walking in his bedroom and his woman's 14-year-old daughter laying butt naked in his bed can make him step out of his principles.
Nah, okay. Now you tripping, bro.
See, that's
You
what I'm
tripping
saying.
now.
It's just
Yeah,
so many
yeah, yeah.
comments.
So you don't lost your mind now, bro. You don't lost your mind now. You don't lost your mind now, man. You tripping. You condoning these kinds of acts towards these young girls. You giving these men excuses. And Brother Polite is 38, by the way. This is almost a 40-year-old man who knows the difference between right and wrong.
Mhm. Okay. Dirty Deacon. Okay. All right. Uh, leave out of YouTube.
Yeah, man. Listen.
Restart
Just
your
leave
phone.
out. Just leave out of YouTube. Restart your phone and come on back in. You shouldn't have no problem getting on because that should reset everything.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be sitting right here because I got to hear this. Tripping, bro.
And he said that I don't like what he said about pedophilia. Again, this is what you have to realize. I never disagreed with nothing you
I
said.
don't. I don't like what you're
I
saying
didn't
about
dis-
pedi. I don't
I
like
don't like it.
what
I
you
don't like the
saying,
tone
Deacon.
of the conversation. That is what I did not like. Now, when he's talking about all these Greek definitions, yada yada yada, all right, fine, that's fine and dandy, fine.
I don't.
But
I
what
don't.
we're talking about is mindset here and how we see our
Mhm.
children in our community. That is the problem.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't like what you saying, Deacon, at all, brother. Thought you was. Wait a minute. I'm hoping. I'm hoping that I didn't make a mistake about you, my brother.
Oh my goodness, he put his phone number in the chat.
You put your phone number in the chat for. Don't do that. Hey, delete that. Get that phone number out of the chat.
Okay.
Hey man, don't do that, bro. You can get my channel flag for that. Get that number out of the chat. Hey, don't do that no more, bro. If you do that, I'm gonna snatch your wrench, bro. And I'm gonna run you up out of here. Cause you ain't gonna get my channel flag.
Well, under this new name, under this new name, his he don't have a wrench. This is his new name, and so he don't have a wrench in that one yet.
Hey, don't do that no more, bro. You get my channel flag for that, bro. That number out of the chat.
Yeah. He removed it out of the chat. Okay, so before you did that, did you try to restart your phone? Did you get out of this and
Just get out, restart your phone.
and then come back
You're
in?
probably glitching. It'll reset everything. Come on back in. You shouldn't have no problem. It's StreamYard. You shouldn't have a problem at all.
Mm-hmm.
It's a browser-based program. You shouldn't have any issues.
Mm-hmm.
But I gotta give you an opportunity, brother, to clear things up as a man. I need because this don't sound good at all. And you in the wrong place to be talking like this, bro. We don't condone none of that shit over here. All right, so hopefully he can get his mic together.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't want to go off. I don't want to go off and think crazy things, but it's hard. You're making it hard, brother. I need to hear from you. I need some clarification because it's not looking good, nor is it sounding good. To say, what do you define as a child, is to also give out a justification for what happened to her. Sick and tired of these grown-ass men taking advantage of children and then trying to blame the children for being taken advantage of.
No,
See, my,
no, no. Truth is, Emmanuel Briggs, don't time him out. Yeah.
Yeah, I already
I don't,
told
I
him
don't,
that.
I
Don't
don't,
tell
I
me
don't,
that.
I don't, I don't, I don't mind one time out because
Mhm.
he should be knocked upside his head if he talking crazy like that. I don't mind one time out. I'll let y'all get away with that one time. He should be knocked upside his head for saying something
Well,
crazy like that.
between the two of them, that's three each. They bopped them upside the head three times. The both of them.
Yeah, because he talking crazy. They doing right.
All
They know
right.
how we. They know how we get down in here. You don't want to
Oh,
get bopped upside his head. Don't come here talking crazy like that. You damn right.
What did he say?
I just think that, things like this, like I was telling everybody in the chat, conversations like this is extremely important, only due to the fact that a lot of pedophiles, they hide in our community very well because we don't have these conversations. I bring this conversation up with any man that I encounter only
Hmm.
due to the fact I need to know his mentality, because as soon as I see or feel some type of way, I'm done with him. That's it. I'm a mother, and what I'm tired of is having to hear that our children are being violated. They have to go to
Yes.
therapy. They're not going to have a healthy sexual relationships in the future. They're going to have a lot of relationship issues. They're going to have issues with men, and hell, even women, because there are women out here who are pedophiles as well. And I just don't think that, we should be basically sitting on our loins, allowing these type of people to just walk amongst us and we don't know who the hell they are. So like I always say, just because you haven't touched a kid, it doesn't mean that your mentality is not a problem, because that's an issue. And you can pass that mentality on to your children in the future if you have them. So you may
Hmm.
not have acted on it, but what about your kid?
Exactly.
They may
Exactly.
act on it. So we don't know. Pathology is passed down to our children,
Hmm.
and this
And
is an
then
issue.
the factions that I spoke of, they pretty much they groom boys with this kind of mentality. I spoke about the Hebrew Israelites and how they want the women to not wear any undergarments. And then they also say things like at the age of 12, a girl is right to be gang raped. And so I worry about the women who are in these factions with these kinds of dangerous men who have this kind of mentality. And they use religion to trick the women because, like I said, black women are naturally spiritually connected to the creator. And so they take advantage of that with religion. What time is it, Dane?
It is 4:39.
All right, y'all. Well,
Verbal.
Deacon, huh?
I was saying hi to Verbal and Aaron Collins.
Hey, Verbal and Aaron, what's going on? Unfortunately, y'all, we are at the end of our rope. We got to get ready for Ladies' Night. We can continue discussing on Ladies' Night tonight, too, if y'all want to do that. But we have got to get out of here. We got to prepare for a big show tonight, and I got some things I got to do. They get the music queued up. Thanks for coming up, Remy. Deacon, you ain't off the hook. Some other time we're going to have to deal with that because I want to know where you're coming from with that. All right, so next time we do Gangsta Talk, come on up, and I'm going to mention it if I see you in the chat. I'm going to mention it because I'd like you to come up here and talk to me about that. I want to know where you're coming from with that because that don't sound right. All right. All right. Shout out to Mimi for coming through. Shout out to all of the people in the chat. E Nation supporting. Thank you for supporting us. Like, subscribe, and share. We'll be back in a couple of hours for Ladies' Night tonight. Peace, power, and unity, everybody. Okay, Dame. Drag us on out of here.
All right.
All right, y'all. Peace. And yeah, and Emmanuel Briggs, it's true. Y'all did right. Y'all did right. Y'all know we don't get down like that in here. All right, Dave, drop it. Peace, power, unity, y'all. We'll see y'all tonight on Ladies' Night. Peace.
mad kids out there getting cream for the 9-5, bro. Yeah, and I've been doing this for a long time. You know, shoot the game, going for mine.
Alright.
And this is the year when mad caps get peeled. So I'ma spark this line, kick the reel.
Bang them out.
With all this chaos in the realms of the street, your local street dog got to make ends meet. The average Joe's far too slow for the ghetto pro. You better know, when I hit the streets, I like to glow, I like to glisten. And at the same time, stay low, listen, motherfuck the fame. I'm pursuing the dope. My stilo is symbolic to a kilo. Cash is popping, coke's cooking, beans copping. Ain't that some shit? A player that's used to living rich is now a sticky kid, caught up in a ditch. In 94, Giuliani kicked down the door. In 95, niggas flip to stay alive. Peeling caps while I laugh. In the stats, the 4.5. Remy in the glass, spark the boom, then I blast. They wanna confine me, sneak up from behind me. Bust a cap in my back and put me where they can't find me. They hate to see a young player pay. I don't wanna see that, son. They rather see it spray. But I'm like Nitty, a Terminator, squeeze the lead off. Using verbs.
Hey, dang, pause the music.
Blow your head off, hitting up spots, heating up blocks.
Dang, pause the music. Dirty Deacon, I'm not calling in on our RBR show. First of all, he's crazy, and he ain't gonna let us talk, right? You and I can do a one-on-one. You and I can do a one-on-one on Gangsta Talk without any interruptions and no lunatic shit from RBR. He ain't gonna let us talk no how any old way. And this ain't none of his business. This didn't happen on his platform. It happened over here. So, man to man, you are invited on the next Gangsta Talk. Come on up, just you and I, and we can get into that conversation and you can explain yourself. One-on-one, all right? Ain't nobody do nothing on no RBR, because like I say, he ain't gonna let nobody talk any old damn way. And, you know, I don't roll with him like that. All right? No, he won't.
And
No, he won't. He ain't
besides,
gonna let nobody
it's sort
talk.
of rude to bring a disagreement over to another channel. So
Exactly. And I don't see no reason why you can't do a one-on-one here. I know you ain't scared, right? You a man, right? I mean, you 61 years old. What are you afraid of?
he says he can't get through.
All right, well, you know, there'll be another time. We'll work on it another time. We'll get it fixed up. Okay, we'll look it up and see what your problem is. Probably just a mic issue. You know, we'll deal with it. But we'll do it here on Gangsta Talk. All right, y'all.
He looks like he's still angry, actually.
That's okay.
At
That's
me,
okay. He could
actually.
be angry.
He just said F me or whatever, but
I don't know. I don't.
you know,
Whoa,
sweetheart.
Whoa.
I just address it. Can I address it? You know, like I said, like I told him, it's a disagreement. You know, it is not something that I'm taking to heart because again, this is social media and I don't really know you in real life, so I really can care less. The issue that I have right now with you to say those words is that again, I already took accountability. Anything that I misspoke about or that I took in the wrong way, I already took accountability for it. And I said that I apologize on my behalf. But there were certain comments that everybody can read that was suspicious. So can you please own what you said? Be who you are and live in it.
Yeah, and like I said, you said those things, and those are things that you are accountable for. And let me tell you something, my brother. This ain't RBR's platform, bro. If you're not going to respect this platform, you understand? You ain't got to come over here no more. I don't tolerate no disrespect to black women over here. You don't come over here talking about fuck you to black women. If you have a disagreement, we can deal with that like men. All this childish name calling and cursing this shit, I don't deal with over here. Like I said, this ain't RBR. Now I'm asking you to respect the channel and watch what you say. I'm trying to respect you as a man. We don't do that over here, my brother. All right, Dave, drop the music. Peace, pal, unity, y'all. We see y'all later. Let's get on out of here.
Okay.
Resume.
All right.
Yeah, son. There's mad kids out there getting cream for the 9 Fest, bro. Yeah, and I've been doing this for a long time. You know, shoot the game going for mine.
Alright.
And this is the year when mad caps get peeled. So I'ma spark this lie and kick the real.
Bang them out.
With all this chaos in the realms of the street, your local street dog got to make ends meet. The average Joe's far too slow for the ghetto pro. You better know, when I hit the streets, I like to glow, I like to glisten. And at the same time, stay low, listen, motherfuck the fame. I'm pursuing the dope. My stilo is symbolic to a kilo. Cash is popping, coke is cooking, beans is copping. Ain't that some shit? A player that's used to living rich is now a sticky kid, caught up in a ditch. In 94, Giuliani kicked down the door. In 95, niggas flipped to stay alive. Peeling caps while I laugh. In the stats, the 4.5. Remy in the glass, spark the boom, then I blast. They wanna confine me, sneak up from behind me. Bust a cap in my back and put me where they can't find me. They hate to see a young player pay. I don't wanna see that, son. They rather see him spray. But I'm like Diddy, a Terminator, squeeze the lead off. Using verbs and nouns like rounds to blow your head off. Hitting up spots, heating up blocks. Investing in stocks like Colombian blow crops. I'm out to get cream and ain't no doubt in my mind. Fuck this broke shit, I'm hit, I get down for mine. I get down for mine, I get down for this. I get down for mine, I get down for hands on the regular. Shit, turn over here. I get down for mine, I get down for this. I hear you wanna be a player. I ain't someplace you bet. Let's play a game of real nigga roulette. Witness a DOA as I spray the melee. Contact and punctuation is compared to AK. You in the days, overdose for pure funk. I'm fucking off like Tommy Gibb. Become as a boot smoke. Decapitated rappers in my trunk. I'm sick, pumping skunk, bouncing with my click, popping mega jump. I'm getting back while these clowns be zigzagging. What's this talk about flipping keys? Come on, you're nickel bagging. I'm blasting off wings and making doubters believe it. You see, I was packing heaters when jokers was banging cheerleaders. Ain't nothing changed, it's still the same in the rap game. I'm known for banging rookies out the frame. Y'all done forgot who was the pimp from the start. Sipping vintage wine, eating a la carte. I'm phenomenal from the abdominal. Far from comical lyrics and sticking the brains like barnacles. Never sweet. I'm bringing the drama to the streets with techniques and rolling in fleets. Ain't nothing sweet about the streets, so I'm poetically ill. I'm pure like cook up and lyrics shine like fish scale. I got the banger at your throat and you ain't showing no signs. K-Dep, let them know I get down for mine. I get down for mine.